What is the relationship between muscle mass and longevity? In this video, I'm going to go through some of the benefits of muscle mass for longevity and then also how we can keep our muscle mass. So the first one is metabolic health. The more muscle mass that we have, the higher our resting metabolic rate, which allows us to use up a lot more calories and prevents us from having any metabolic-based diseases. Then we have glucose regulation. The more muscle mass that we have, the more muscle or glucose we can put into our system. So any of the sugars that we eat in our diet will actually get stored as glucose and then pushed into the muscles. This is going to prevent the possibilities of getting diabetes. Another key aspect is bone health. The forces that we've put onto our skeletal structure from movement with our muscles actually increases our bone density. Also, having muscle mass prevents us from having falls and spills as we get a bit older, so we don't have any nasty injuries and potentially fatal falls. Having more muscle mass also improves our ability to be active, so we can continue to run, walk, and do other things and get up from couches and out of the beds without having much difficulties. Muscle mass also acts as protection for our organs, as it's basically it's a suit of armor protecting our organs. So if we did have a fall, we're not going to have any major issues with any of our vital organs. So how do we keep muscle mass as we get a bit older? Well, the first thing we need to take in consideration is that as we get older, our ability to absorb protein gets worse. So for example, the amount of protein that you would get out of a piece of chicken, say 20 grams, as you get older will only be about 18 or even 15 grams. So we need to make sure that we eat even more protein so we can make up that shortfall from our digestion and our absorption rate. The other key aspect that we need to consider is the use it or lose it principle. So this basically means if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. So we need to make sure that we continue to exercise using free weight motions or weight training. So we make sure that we keep the muscle mass on our frame so we never actually lose it. Muscle mass is vital for longevity, and we've got to make sure that we prioritize that into our golden years to make sure that we have a strong and healthy lifestyle and we can keep our longevity going for as long as possible.